In the latest sign of an ongoing rift within the Montana Republican Party, 3 state senators are suing the party after they were kicked out of the GOP state convention in June. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Ambarian has a closer look at that lawsuit.
Back in June, a majority of delegates at the Montana Republican Party's state convention voted to exclude 9 state senators who had broken with their party on key votes during the 2025 legislative session. Those lawmakers were asked to give up their seats. Now, 3 of the senators who had to walk out of the convention have filed a lawsuit. In this document, their attorney says that their removal violates the party's rules and their rights as lawmakers.
Republican is where you do allow for individualism. So I think Montanans need us to do this. If not, we're headed down a dangerous path as a Republican Party.
Senator Jason Ellsworth is one of the plaintiffs, along with Senators Denley Logie and Shelley Vance. They were in the group of 9 who voted against GOP leadership and with Democrats on procedural votes and on issues like the state budget. Their lawsuit claims the Montana GOP essentially changed its rules and should have required a 2/3 vote to remove them from the convention, and that the party was improperly seeking to control lawmakers' actions.
We're not elected by our party. We are elected by the people that vote, and we represent them.
At the June convention, delegates elected Art Whittick as party chair. The lawsuit asks the court to order a new election of party leadership, with the 9 included in the vote.
I have no issue with the people that got elected. I know a lot of them personally. I think a lot of them are very good people, but it's about the process.
I reached out to the Montana Republican Party for comment on the lawsuit. Executive Director Tyler Newcomb responded in a statement saying, quote, "You can't quit the team, suit up for the other side, and then sue the coach for benching you. By organizing with Democrats, the 9 removed themselves from the Republican Party. All we did was recognize what they had already made clear through their votes and their alliances." The senators are being represented by the same attorney who represented Ellsworth in an ethics investigation that led to him being punished by the Senate during the session. Ellsworth told me he believes those are 2 separate issues.
I would imagine people are going to try to spin it that way in some degree. I would hope that the public would look at what it is and what the issue that's being brought about is.
In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.